Nancy here, gratefully recovering food addict. And I had a different topic planned for today, but because of unexpected events, I am going to talk about unexpected events in recovery. So, little background, a friend of mine was in Spain for 15 days, and she has 2 cats, and she's also cat sitting for another, so she has 3 cats. And she has a roommate to feed them, but he's not really that affectionate with the cats, and she asked if I could go over occasionally and, love on them. So I thought, yeah, that would be great. So I did that, and the first day I went, her favorite cat, or the one that Abby, looked so sad, and so I made a commitment that I would go every day. I usually took my lunch over, spent time with the kitties, gave them fresh water, gave them lots of pets, and the only trouble, it was great, the only trouble is there's a little bit of a flea problem. So I did my best. I would put bug spray on and spray my car and whatnot, but my house got infected with fleas. So I bought some spray, and that didn't really do it, so I decided I bought flea bombs yesterday to set off today, because I had some time today I could do that. So that's not very pleasant. And then yesterday I was doing some laundry, and the washer leaked over the floor. So I checked the pipes in the back, and those were dry, everything was fine. So my appliances are from the 90s, and so instead of trying to get it repaired, and I tested it again this morning, and it leaked again. It's really leaking. So last night I went online and I was looking at prices for the washer dryer, stackable condo size washer dryer stacks, and it seemed to be about $1,300, and it was funny, all the area places where you'd buy appliances, it was the same price, except for this one local place that had the same price, but they had a delivery charge where the other ones had free delivery. But I thought I'd go to the local place first. I mean, it's nice to give the local guy some business. So that's what I did. Oh, and when I am facing a challenge, I like to put on my Fierce t-shirt. Fierce. Sort of like Fearless. I just love that. I wore it under my court clothes when I went to court for my divorce a few years ago. So, yeah, anyway. My dad, he's a kind of a short, first generation Italian American, and he was in the Air Force, and I think he'd say he was 130 pounds of blue twisted steel. I think it was 130. So I like to think about that. I'm 130 something pounds of blue twisted steel. I'm tough. I don't look like it. I look like a little dainty lady, but I can be tough when I need to be. But friendly. Anyway, so there was lots of preparation this morning to get the house all covered and ready, covering the canned goods in my pantry, and my canning jars, and my food containers, and on. I also batch cooked grains. I make a big batch of grains, and then I wanted to put them in I have 1 cup glass jars that I put them in the refrigerator. Then I have fast food when I'm ready to make a meal. Anyway, so it was a busy morning, and I decided I would go to the local meditation room. It's about 6 miles away from here. They have a noon guided meditation, and when you're stressed and have a busy day, it's kind of easy to let the meditation go, but it's real important to do the meditation. I used to be on anti-anxiety medication, and now my meditation is my medication, and I try to have a daily meditation practice. And I started small. I'll make a video about meditation. It's real important. It keeps you in the day, keeps you here, not worrying about the past, not worrying about the future, today. And I had a therapist that said, right here, right now, you're safe, comfortable, fed, you're fine, you're happy. Right this minute, you're happy. So why not be happy? Anyway, so I got the house all ready, went to meditation, and thank goodness, it was really great. It does so much for me. And I took my lunch and my laundry, because I couldn't do my laundry yesterday or today. So while I was doing my laundry, I had my lunch, and you might think, oh, I've got like the laundry, gotta go to the laundromat. Well, instead of doing 3 or 4 loads that I would have done, I did it all at once, so it really is a time saver to go to the laundromat. And it was pleasant and everything. And then after that, I set off the flea bombs before I left. And that takes 2 hours, so it was 2.5 hours. I was back to open up the windows and doors to air the place out. And I was talking to my sponsor last night. She said, I told her what I was going to do, and she said, and then you're going to leave again, right? And I hadn't thought of that. I thought, oh, yeah, okay. So thank goodness for sponsors. She reminded me to take care of myself. So I went to appliance shopping. So I went to the local place, and I didn't know they had chipped and dented appliances there. And so if you're all like, I have to spend this money, I had money earmarked for my vacation next year, but I guess I'm gonna have to use it for the washer dryer. I could be all resentful and blah, blah, blah. I'll still go on my trip. That's not a problem. I'll still go on my trip. You can be all, the world is out to get me, why does this always happen to me, blah, 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 blah. Or you could change the attitude and say, I'll do my best. So when I walked into that showroom, the salesman said hello, and I said, hello. I was friendly, and I told him my measurements, because I have a utility closet, so you can only get a certain size condo washer dryer combination stack thing. And so he showed me the one that they had there. That was the scratch and dent. I didn't know they had that, but I was really glad. And so I was expecting, when I did my research, I was expecting $1,300, and he said, I can give it to you for $999.99. Well, I looked the thing over. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Maybe when it's here in my place, I'll notice something, but it's in a closet. I don't care. I'd like to save the money. And also, when I first walked in, I noticed a sign on the door, this weekend only. They're not charging sales tax, or they're absorbing the sales tax, because I'm sure they have to still pay it. So this was the place. The other places, the big box chains, didn't charge delivery, but this place did. So the delivery's $69, and I saved $60 in tax, so I was happy. I moved here 2 years ago from northern New England, and when you get deliveries of appliances, it's kind of, they only do it certain days in your area, and if the truck's full that week, then you have to wait another week. And he said, I live in a high rise, does your building allow weekend deliveries? No, they try to keep it classy. So Monday, they're going to call me in the morning and let me know a 3-hour window so I can plan my day accordingly. I'll have a brand new washer dryer. I'm really kind of excited about it. My appliances are from the 90s, and it's time to get a new one, I guess. And then a couple of other instances, I was making a left-hand turn into the laundromat, and there were 2 lanes of traffic, and where I live now is lots of traffic. And so they were backed up, and the guy was going to let me through. And then out of nowhere, this other one comes zooming and laying on the horn just as I started into the lane. But, maybe the guys drink too much coffee. I don't let things like that bother me. Traffic, maybe he was going to the hospital. Who knows what was happening? But anyway, and then another time, this afternoon, I wasn't sure where I was going. I was listening to my GPS, and there were 3 lanes, and then it turned to 4 lanes, and the left 2 lanes were turning left, and I didn't want to go left. So I was there, stopped in the traffic, and I was looking and putting my blinker on. And when it was safe to pull out, I did. And well, there was another car coming, and he went out around me, and that time that guy gave me the finger. I try to be a good driver and defensive and courteous, but these things happen sometimes. And what I like to do, if someone gives me the finger, it doesn't happen that often, but whenever it happens, I usually wave and smile, and the guy thinks, oh shit, she knows my mother. Do I know her? Is she my neighbor? It makes people think. Maybe it'll make them think twice, that maybe next time, life is kind of short to be so angry over, I've had people pull out in front of me and on purpose and by mistake, and I sometimes pull out in front of people by mistake, and we just have to be courteous, and go ahead, you need to get there quicker than I do, by all means. So it's a choice when things come up unexpectedly, because I think addicts like to have, or I speak for myself, I like to have everything planned out. It's a way for me to try to control things a little bit. You can't control life, but I try to do it. I've loosened up a bit, but they're hard to give up. So I plan things, and then when things get disrupted, you think, oh, I'm going to be late, I'm not going to make it here, I'm going to have to skip doing this, blah, blah, blah. It's just the way life goes. No sense getting all hysterical over it. In the rooms, there's a joke. A normal person has a flat tire on the side of the road. They call AAA, and then go on with their day. An addict gets a flat tire, and it's like this big crisis. Oh my God, what am I going to do? And they call the suicide hotline, because it's just, they don't know what to do. It's just, overwhelming. It's too much. It's one more. It's just the last straw. They cannot handle it. Well, if you take a deep breath, step back for a minute, and say, how could I solve this situation? Oh, I could call AAA, or I could call the garage, or or I could call my brother-in-law. Has jumper cables, or knows how to change a tire, or whatever. So I think it's perspective. And when we're all panicky and in a crisis mode, we're looking for then we have to look for something to soothe us. Oh, I just have to stop at this convenience store and get some junk because what else can I do? Well, you can plan ahead. You can have your meals with you. Preparing for the bug bomb, I made all my meals for the whole day because I knew I'd be in and out, and if I wanted to eat before I had a chance to wipe down my counters or whatever, all the food was right there in the refrigerator. So I took my lunch and had that at the laundromat, and then I came back to open the windows after 2.5 hours to air the place out, and I picked up my dinner and took that with me while I did errands, groceries. Stopped at the Appliance place and ordered my brand new washer dryer. So we have a choice. We can see things as unbelievably out of control and why me and pity party, or we can go with gratitude. Oh, I got a good deal on this. Oh, and when I came home, the place smelled beautiful. I thought, oh, those bugs are all gone. They're all gone. It smells so good. You know how when you go into this awful, filthy public restroom somewhere, but it smells clean? They have those air fresheners. So, well, I don't know, it smells okay. I guess I do take my chances and use the stall. So so anyway, try to see the glass half full instead of half empty, as they say. And if you like this video, like it, subscribe, comment. If you have a question, if you have a topic that you'd like to have discussed, I would be happy to do that. And I hope to meet you on the road to happy destiny.